free-for-all fight broke out between some security detail of President Mahama and the NPP's flag bearer Nana Akufo-Addo in Kumasi, and the final funeral rites of the late Bantamahene Bafo Owusu Amankwetia V was nearly marred by the clash of the forces. TV3's William Evans Inkum has more.
The late Bafo Owusu Amankwetia V, who was the warlord of the Asantehene, died some weeks ago. Hundreds of mourners, including high-powered government officials and political figures, were at Bantama in Kumasi to pay their last respect. The Asantehene Otumfuo Seitu II was later joined by President Mahama in the company of the Chief of Staff and some top government officials. The 2016 flag bearer of the opposition NPP, Nana Akufo-Addo, was also present with other party executives. Attempt to exchange pleasantries between the two political leaders resulted in a clash between security details of both sides. The tension deepened, resulting in an open-for-all fight. An intervention by combined police and military personnel averted an escalation. Yet another confrontation also ensued between the DCE and the chief at the funeral grounds.
I am in awe of that development, and we've been joined on the line by Chukwuemeka Eze. He is the executive director for WANEP, and they also monitor security situations in the country and then also in the sub-region. Chukwu, good afternoon, and thank you very much for your time.
Good afternoon.
Are you surprised that the security personnel of the president and the security personnel of a flag bearer, the main opposition flag bearer, would clash like this? Is this something that comes to you as a surprise?
Well, maybe not as a surprise, but regrettable, because in the past we had actually alluded to the fact that in a country, especially in a very civilized and highly reverent democracy like that of Ghana, where you have non-state actors acting as thugs and security personnel to public officials or intending public officials, it does not necessarily connote civilization. It does not also connote or denote respect for the institutions of the state, including the police, because by implication, the expression is loss of confidence in the state institutions, including the police. Otherwise, there will be no need under the law for any political party or any public office holder to go about with security officials that are not officially and legally recognized by the law.
How could we prevent this from recurring?
I think the Inspector General of Police have already made a comment on that, stating categorically that these groups are illegal, and I think he even went the extra mile to engage them recently to ensure that they do not cause public nuisance, especially that we are in an election year. This is really a point that we all need to work together to ensure that it does not disrupt the election process.
I would want to decouple what happened yesterday between the president and the flag bearer's security guards. But is it out of place for security, for political parties to have security personnel, especially for their executives?
So to the extent that those bodies are recognized by the police and recognized by the law, then it is correct. But I am not aware that the names associated with the political parties that are acting as security to these political parties, I'm not aware that they have approval from the police or that they are recognized by the law. And to that extent, in my opinion, they are not just illegal, but could be even termed a nuisance, and in some instances they could constitute public breach to public peace.
So what would your advice be, that if a political party wants to have a security team taking care of their executives, they should apply to maybe the police force?
Yes, I think first of all, my opinion is that the police can give all the political office aspirants and office holders enough security. To that extent, I don't think that the non-state actors are important to provide such protection. But if they must insist that this is the kind of thing they want, then such people must be made known to the police, and the rules of engagement is well determined ahead of even their engagement.
Okay, thank you very much, Chukwuemeka Eze. He is the Executive Director for the West African Network for Peace Building, WANEP, and I was sharing his thoughts on what the IGP said yesterday, where he said that all political parties should disband their vigilante groups or any such group that belongs to a political party. And then also says that the president's security guards and Nana Akufo-Addo's security guards who clashed in the Ashanti region could have been prevented. Well,